Hello and welcome to A View from the Cab. And what I want to talk about is unnecessarily loud cars and bikes, motorbikes. Now what happened is over the weekend, I think it was Saturday, I'd gone out, to do something, and a BMW went past, an older BMW. I think it was an O2 plate Beamer, and this black Beamer's gone past, and then it started doing that whole popping, backfiring nonsense that people actually strive for. And it did, I must admit, it did startle me and make me jump, and my wife laughed. Why do these people insist upon having a loud, obnoxious, noisy car? I genuinely don't understand it. I knew a guy years ago when I was just starting to drive. I was about 18, and this lad, he lived up my road, a little bit younger than me, and he took his exhaust box off, his back box, I think it was, if I recall rightly, or it might have been the middle box. Anyway, he took the exhaust off, right, and drilled a load of holes in it because he wanted that obnoxious sound that you can only get with an exhaust with holes in it. And you've just ruined your exhaust. He went, yeah, I know, but it sounds great, doesn't it? I said, no, it sounds rubbish, mate. No, it sounds great. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it sounds great, because in those days, when we had more than 3 policemen in the whole county, and if your car was obnoxiously loud, the police didn't mind pulling you over and having a cheeky word. Do you know what I mean? But of course, all that's gone now. You know, we've got 3 policemen in the whole county, and they're spread so thin. But anyway, the point is, if my car starts to backfire or make horrible popping sounds, and those dump valves, why? If the car needed a dump valve, surely it would have left the factory with a dump valve. Now you get these cars, and I'm thinking like the Evo 10, the Nissan Skyline, Subarus, the Impreza, WRX and stuff like that. Cars that need a big exhaust. The high-end cars, the 350Z, stuff like that need a big exhaust. But then you see these little 1 litre, Corsas and Saxos and Polos and stuff, and they've got these marine-sized exhausts. And I just look and I think, oh my gosh, how ridiculous do you look and sound? And I don't understand it. Now, what I have noticed is, if you look around when you're out and about, the loud people always seem to be common. It's always your loud people, your common people being loud and shouting in the street, shouting out across the road to their mates, being loud, being common. You don't need to be loud, you just need to be quiet. You always know when there's a common person around, because they're just so obnoxiously loud. Yeah, look at me, everybody. Look at me. Everybody notice me. I'm common. I'm working class. I want everybody to look at me and just look at how common I can actually be. Don't just walk along the street, mate. If you want to talk to your friend, either jog along and catch up to him, or phone him, or just wait until later when you see him again, and then speak to him. But speak to him properly. Speak to him in a normal conversational volume. You don't need to be shouting up the street at your little mate, because you want to talk to him about who knows what these people talk about. But it's always your common people, always your working class commoners that are as loud as possible. And I don't, even when they're walking along or they're driving their cars. I mean, if you've got a Ferrari or something, a Lambo, You know, something that is loud, something that is, you know, your Lamborghinis are, you know, they are loud, they are garish, gaudy, look at me cars. But, you know, and I suppose they're the cars that people will look at. But if you just got, you know, a 1.2 litre Corsa, you know, just leave the exhaust alone. And if it needs replacing, just go to an exhaust centre and just get a new exhaust for that car. Don't go putting on the old cherry bomb exhaust. You know, I've never been into that. Changing out back boxes for no reason. I've never seen the value of it. You know, I have changed back boxes in the past, and it's a horrible, dirty, disgusting, nasty job where you scuff your fingers and your knuckles, and it's dirty. And so I've only ever done that if I've absolutely needed to, changing a back box out. I've never gone and done it on purpose, because it's just, why, you know? But yeah, these, it's just that Beamer the other day. That Beamer really did startle me and make me jump, much to the amusement of my wife. She thought it was great, you know. But why would you pay money to make your car pop and crackle and sound common and working class? I want my car to be as quiet as possible. The quieter it is, the happier I am. Now, you could listen to this and think, what a grouchy old son of a gun. Do you know what I mean? How miserable are you? But the last thing you want to hear when you've had a long day at work and you finally get in and you get your boots off, the last thing you want to hear is somebody's scabby little Clio with a marine-sized exhaust scudding up your road. Just, and also these. Now, I've been guilty of this in the past. Big stereo systems. That's been my thing. You know, stereo systems, your bass box here and there and stuff. You know, but I was always careful not to have it too loud in residential areas. You know, sort of when you're out on the open road, but you know, around where you live, especially if you're driving home, and you've got your sound system way up, and you drive around the corner into your house, park in your driveway, people then know that car's got an enormous stereo in it, and it's probably got a bass box and amplifiers and stuff. So I was always very careful to make sure I turned the music way down before I got anywhere near my house. One, because I didn't want my neighbours to hear it, and two, because I didn't want anybody realising just what I had in the car, because the last thing I want is to come out in the morning, find a window broken and stuff missing. It doesn't happen so much now, because you know, modern car stereos are different now than the olden days, in the good old days when I were a lad. But yeah, loud exhausts have never been a thing that I've been interested in. It just doesn't interest me. Aston Martins, I've just seen an Aston Martin, you know, big, fast, powerful cars that need a big exhaust, you know. But even then, you know, I just look at, I had an Aston Martin drive past me the other day, and it was just so loud, and I thought, oh my gosh, even with a nice car, you still manage to be working class and common. So yeah, just if your car starts to backfire, take it to a mechanic, get the fuel mixture or whatever adjusted. You know, just say, mate, my car started to backfire on the overrun, can you fix it? You know, you're good to go. I don't know why people deliberately destroy their own cars just to look good, when people like me look at them and go, bell end. So that has been my view from the cab. If you've managed to stick with this miserable old goat moaning for this long, then thank you very much. Stay safe out there, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye for now.